Okay, so in this class, we are going to discuss the graphs of perfectly competitive market. First of all, we will make graphs for short-run period of time, and short-run is a period of time in which at least one factor of production is fixed. And in short-run period of time, perfectly competitive market earns supernormal profit. We can write it in short form as S&P, and it is also known as abnormal profit. So supernormal profit or abnormal profit is the first graph that we will make in the short run. And the second graph is normal profit, then loss, and then shutdown point. So first of all, we can look into the conditions of supernormal profit, that when firms earn supernormal profit. Supernormal profit is earned by the firms when total revenue is greater than total cost. Total revenue is the total income that a firm receives, and total cost is the expenditure that firm incurs on getting a certain product. And the second condition is average revenue should be greater than average cost. And the third condition is price should be greater than average cost. Right? If any of these conditions are satisfied, then firm will earn supernormal profit. Now we will make the graph for supernormal profit. For that, we need to draw axis, and on x we have quantity, and on y we have three variables. What are those three variables? One is price, then revenue, then cost. P slash R slash C is price, revenue, and cost. And in perfectly competitive market, we already know that price remains the same throughout the market. Let's say price charged by the firm is $10. So if price is same, then it means average revenue, marginal revenue, all will remain the same. And it is also equal to the demand curve. So AR is average revenue, MR is marginal revenue, and D is demand. Now we will move to the equilibrium condition in perfectly competitive market. In perfectly competitive market, equilibrium takes place at a point where marginal cost cuts marginal revenue from below. So marginal cost cuts marginal revenue at point E. So this is the point of equilibrium, right? So for example, seller sells 100 units of his product at equilibrium quantity. Equilibrium quantity is 100 units. Now, what we need to do is we need to find out total revenue that firm will receive by charging $10 price and by selling 100 units of the product. So we will multiply price and quantity. The formula to calculate total revenue is P into Q, price into quantity. Price charged is $10 and quantity sold is 100 units. So 10 into 100 will give us $1,000, right? So if total revenue is $1,000, to earn supernormal profit, firm should face cost lesser than $1,000. So total cost should be less than 1,000, and average cost should be less than $10. So price is $10. Average cost, if average cost goes below $10, then firm will earn supernormal profit, because we have the condition that price should be greater than average cost. And now we will have to make the graph of average cost somewhere below $10, so that we can show average cost lower than the price. So this is, let's say, average cost curve. And while making average cost curve, keep in mind you have to uh, take care of one important thing, that average cost and marginal cost have the relationship that marginal cost cuts average cost from its lowest point, right? So this is the lowest point of average cost. So I have taken care of that. Average cost is lowest at this point and marginal cost is equal to average cost at its lowest point. And now we have to find out average cost. We have the perpendicular of quantity, that is 100 quantity, and this perpendicular intersects average cost at point A. And at point A, we can find out average cost. Let's say it's $8. Price was $10. Average cost is $8. It means price is greater than average cost. We have satisfied this condition. So firm will earn supernormal profit. So what will be the total cost then? If per unit cost is $8 and you are producing 100 units, so 8 into 100 will make like $800. And now you can use the formula of profit. Profit is equal to total revenue minus total cost. Total revenue minus total cost, right? So total revenue minus total cost. And we have total revenue equal to $1,000 and we have total cost equal to $800. So firm will earn $200 profit, that is supernormal profit. Supernormal profit does not mean that the profit should be a huge amount. It can be just $1, but if profit is positive, it is known as supernormal profit. Now moving to the normal profit, right? So first of all, we will look into the conditions of normal profit. Normal profit is earned by the firm in perfectly competitive market or any other market structure. Normal profit is earned when following conditions are satisfied, that is, total revenue should be equal to total cost, average revenue should be equal to average cost, and price should be equal to average cost. If these conditions are satisfied, then firm will earn normal profit. In business studies, when total revenue is equal to total cost, we generally say that it is a break-even point, mean no profit, no loss. But in economics, we say that it is a normal profit. The reason behind this concept is total cost calculated by the economists also include opportunity cost. That is not an actual financial cost paid by the business. So opportunity cost is the cost of something sacrificed, right? So for example, if the business owner himself is running his business and he could have earned some salary by doing job somewhere else, then whatever salary he is sacrificing, he will add it into the total cost. While accountants never add opportunity cost into the total cost, they only consider explicit costs that are actually paid by the business, such as wages of labor, such as cost of raw materials, such as electricity charges, etc. Right? So now we have to make the graph and we have to like look into these conditions as well. So we have origin point here and we have quantity on X and we have three variables on Y. One is price, the other one is revenue, and the third one is cost. And again, we have to make price line in perfectly competitive market. We already know that price remains the same throughout the market. So when price is same, average revenue and marginal revenue will also remain the same. So price is $10, average is that is equal to average revenue and marginal revenue. And now we have to make the marginal cost curve that looks like this. So this is marginal cost and equilibrium takes place at E where marginal cost cuts marginal revenue from below and we have quantity that is $100 here. And now we can calculate total revenue at this quantity. Total revenue is equal to price into quantity sold. So price is $10, quantity is 100 units. So 10 into 100 will give us $1,000. Now keep in mind for normal profit, one thing is obvious that total cost must be equal to $1,000 because revenue is 1,000. So condition of normal profit is total revenue is equal to total cost. And if total revenue we have already calculated is 1,000, then total cost must be $1,000. And if average revenue is or price is equal to $10, average cost should also be equal to $10. And if I move back to the previous graph to satisfy the condition of normal profit, our entire graph will exactly remain the same except the average cost curve, right? We will only move this average cost curve upward to somewhere at this point, right? So all other graph will exactly remain the same. So let me make another graph here so that you understand it easily. So now we have to draw an average cost curve. An average cost curve should be tangent to the equilibrium point so that average cost is also determined equal to $10. That is also price for quantity Q. And we have to find out total cost, and total cost is average cost into quantity. Average cost is $10 and quantity is same, that is 100 units, to 10 into 100 is equal to 1000. So total cost is also 1000. Now if we calculate profit by using its formula, total cost revenue minus total cost, that is 1000 minus 1000 will give us zero profit, right? When profit is zero, it is known as normal profit. It is also known as economic profit, right? So when the profit is zero, why we are calling it normal profit? As I told you earlier, that in case of like economics, we add opportunity cost to the total cost as well, that is not actually paid by the business. So it means that total cost calculated by the economist is always overstated, and if overstated total cost is equal to total revenue, it means firm will be earning some profit, which is not showing in this graph, which is not showing in the figures, but actually firm will be earning that normal profit. Now moving to the other graph that we make for shortened period of time, that is loss. And the conditions for loss include that total revenue should be less than total cost, and average revenue should be less than average cost, and the third one is price should be less than average cost. So this is average cost AC. And I believe you got the idea how to initiate the graph. You have to like draw quantity. This is origin point. You have to label quantity here, and you have to label three variables on Y. One is price, second is revenue, and the third one is cost. And again, draw a price line. Price is same throughout the market. So $10 price, and $10 price shows that average revenue is equal to marginal revenue, and it is also equal to demand curve as well. And for equilibrium, we need to draw marginal cost curve. As we make equilibrium in like microeconomics, where demand and supply curve intersect each other in AS level, and now the condition has changed for perfectly competitive market. Equilibrium takes place where marginal cost is equal to marginal revenue. And now we have to label equilibrium here. Equilibrium quantity will be $100, 100 units. So what will be the total revenue? Total revenue is calculated as P into Q. P is $10, Q is 100 units. So 10 into 100 is equal to 1000. So total revenue is $1000. Then what should be the total cost? Total cost should be greater than 1000, right? Another condition you can see here is price should be lesser than average cost. If price is $10, average cost must be greater than $10. So let's assume now average cost curve is above the $10 price. And again, if we move back to the previous graph, this graph of normal profit, all the graph will exactly remain the same, just we will move average cost upward like this, right? So average cost will go above average revenue or above the price line. So let me complete this graph here, and you can see that now average cost should be above $10 price. So average cost curve is like this. So again, extend the same perpendicular of 100 quantity till the average cost curve. At point A, you will find out average cost that is equal to, let's say, $15. So this will be the area of loss, and total cost will be 15 into 100, that is $1500. And now if we try to find out the formula of profit using formula of profit, then total revenue minus total cost will give us total revenue is $1000 and total cost is $1500. So the result is minus 500. So when result is negative, it is known as loss instead of profit. Okay, so the last graph of shortened period of time in perfectly competitive market is shutdown point. Shutdown is Shutdown is the situation in which business has to stop producing goods and services because its revenue goes below its total variable cost. So total revenue is less than total variable cost. And the second condition is average revenue is less than average variable cost. And the third condition is price is less than average variable cost. Variable costs are the costs that keep changing with the changes in output. These are the regular costs that we have to pay as a business, such as cost of raw material, wages of non-permanent labor, electricity charges, etc. So these are the variable costs. And if a business is unable to pay wages to the workers, and if the business is unable to pay electricity charges, uh, fee of the workers or wages of the workers, then it should stop producing goods and services. So it will shut down basically. So again, we have to follow the same procedure. We have to set price that is equal to average revenue and margin revenue and equal to demand. And for making an equilibrium point, so we have to make marginal cost curve, and marginal cost curve cuts marginal revenue at point E, where quantity sold is 100 units. So here total revenue will be P into Q again. P is 10 and Q is 100. So 10 into 100 will give us $1,000 total revenue. And now we have to make average cost curve. Average cost will be definitely above the price. This is average cost curve. And one additional cost curve that we have to make here is average variable cost curve, and average variable cost curve is also above the price line. And again, extend the same perpendicular of quantity to the average variable cost that is at point A, for example, and average variable cost is $12. And if we extend the same perpendicular to the average cost, then we will reach point B, and at point B, average cost will be equal to $15. So average variable cost is $12 and average cost is $15, while price is $10. So we will find out total cost. Total cost is average cost multiplied by quantity. So average cost is 15, quantity is 100. So 15 into 100 will give us $1,500. And total variable cost is equal to average variable cost multiplied by quantity. Average variable cost is 12 and quantity is 100. So 12 into 100 will give us 1200. So we can see that total variable cost is 1200 while total revenue is 1000. So total variable cost is greater than total revenue. Therefore, the firm will shut down. And the last graph that I'm going to draw here is for the long run period of time. Long run is a period of time in which all factors of production are variable, and in the long run, all firms in perfectly competitive market earn only normal profit. There is no chance of supernormal profit, loss, or shutdown. Rather, only firms earn normal profit in the long run because because of freedom of entry and exit or contestability in the market. It means that whenever there are chances of supernormal profit, many new firms will enter the industry, and when so many firms enter the industry, customers are divided among many sellers, so their supernormal profit will be converted into the normal profit. And similarly, whenever there are chances of loss, many firms will leave the industry. And when many firms leave the industry, then again, remaining firms will get extra customers. And when they get extra customers, they will be able to earn normal profit. And conditions for normal profit is again same: total revenue is equal to total cost, average revenue is equal to average cost, and third condition is price is equal to average cost. So graph will exactly remain the same that we made in shortened period of time. Just we will label like long run average cost and long run marginal cost. So we have quantity on X. We have three variables on Y: price, revenue, and cost. This is price, revenue, and cost. And this is average revenue and marginal revenue and demand. That is like $10 price here. And again, we have to make marginal cost curve. This is long run marginal cost curve, and equilibrium here will take place at point E, where equilibrium quantity is equal to 100 units. So total revenue here will be price into quantity, that is 10 into 100 is equal to 1000. And average cost curve will be now sitting on average revenue curve at this point, because we have to draw a long run average cost curve at quantity 100, and that should be equal to average cost should be equal to $10, because normal profit is when price is equal to average cost. If price is $10, average cost should also be $10. And total cost is now calculated as 10 into 100 is equal to 1000. So now total revenue is equal to total cost, because revenue is equal to 1000. Total revenue is equal to 1000 and total cost is also equal to 1000. When total revenue is equal to total cost, firms earn normal profit only. And last thing that I want to just give a quick review of is the basic features of perfectly competitive market. Perfectly competitive market is a kind of market in which there are a lot of buyers and sellers in the market, and all sellers sell homogeneous products, mean identical products, and prices in the market remain the same. So all firms charge the same price, and products are also same product. All sellers sell the same product. Focus on my voice instead of like writing. And similarly, products are homogeneous. Homogeneous mean they are identical or same. And in perfectly competitive market, firms are economically efficient, and they can achieve allocative as well as productive efficiency. And another important information is entry and exit is free, mean new firms can easily enter the industry and existing firms can easily leave the industry. And as I told you earlier, large number of buyers and sellers is large number of buyers and sellers is another important feature of perfectly competitive market. Firms are very small in size, but they are large in number. So there are so many firms in the industry that are selling the same product. So this is it for perfectly competitive market. It's graphs in the short run as well as long run. And I also told you about the basic features of perfectly competitive market as well. So this is it for this class. Further, see you inshallah in the next class soon. Allah Hafiz.